We've gotten some more Star Wars news, and it's good or bad depending on how you want to look at it, but nonetheless, it is news, and that is that Star Wars Episode 8 has actually been pushed back from May 2017 to December 2017. The original release date for Star Wars Episode 8 was actually May 26th in 2017, and now it is May 15th, 2017. So it did get pushed back a few months. Not a huge difference, but it's still a few months difference. This year, we'll be getting Rogue One on December 16th, so they really wanted to space these movies a year apart instead of having one movie from Episode 7 to Rogue One roughly a year apart, and then having 6 months, and then having a year and a half difference until the next Star Wars movie, which would be Han Solo following Episode 8. Now, at this point in time, the release for Han Solo is still May 25th, 2018, so I think that date will end up changing as well to a December release, again around the 15th, 16th, or 17th. I'm almost positive that Han Solo will end up moving at this point, since we've seen that they've really gone back and now they're wanting to space these movies a year apart instead of having different size gaps in between each film. So what is the reasoning behind this? I believe the reasoning is that 2 weeks after the release of Episode 8, Guardians of the Galaxy 2 would actually come out. Now those movies, to hardcore fans, we know that they're very different in a lot of regards, but to a lot of the regular moviegoer person, they're very similar. To have a Star Wars movie and a Guardians of the Galaxy movie almost right next to each other, that's really not a great sign for the studio. And now, since both properties are actually owned by Disney, they would just end up competing with themselves, essentially. Originally at Disney, I believe that they thought that the summer movie seasons would be more profitable than the December release of Episode 7, but now since Episode 7 has had a gigantic box office return, they have realized that they can release a movie in December and still have it be absolutely gigantic. This year in December, Star Wars really didn't have anything to compete with it, and it was really a huge event. Again, really being close to that Christmas time, it's great. A lot of people were going to the movie theaters, and for a few weeks, it was really the big movie until The Revenant toppled it actually a few weeks into its release, which is still gigantic. Star Wars is a huge film, and I think that Disney slightly underestimated it and underestimated the benefits of releasing a movie in December around Christmas time, because now each December Star Wars owns that month. Essentially, they're going to own that month as far as movies go. They're not going to have to end up competing with other big blockbusters or comic book movies that will be released in the summer, as a lot of movies have been doing, because personally I actually really enjoyed having this Star Wars movie in December. I felt like it really meshed well with Christmas, and it really got the hype going, but that's just my personal opinion in the matter. I felt like it really filled that December gap really effectively, because as always, big movies have been released in the summertime, and now that we're getting these big movies, this big property of Star Wars, really one of the biggest properties of really all time, and I think this is a very wise choice, because I love the summer movie season, but it really feels like that we just get bombarded by all of these gigantic movies that I'm so excited for, and now since this has been spaced out a little bit, I think that that's really beneficial and a smart move. So, to summarize, Episode 8 has been pushed back, kind of unfortunately if you want to look at it in that regard, but really it's a wise decision to separate Rogue One and Episode 8 by about a year, essentially, instead of separating them by basically 6 months. I think that that's pretty wise, and keep in mind, a year may seem like a long period of time, but we're going to get trailers in between there. We're going to get a lot of marketing. We're really not going to have any bad time getting Star Wars content. Again, we get the Rebels TV show, so don't worry at all, because really we're expecting a trailer for Rogue One hopefully in March, fingers crossed on that, and the Star Wars The Force Awakens hype is still going, so don't worry at all. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave in the comments down below, how do you guys feel about Episode 8 being pushed back? Do you guys think it's a smart business move? Are you just upset? Do you want this movie as soon as possible? May the Force be with you, and have a great day.